My name is Mark Oduchowski. I own Royal Plust Electric, and basically, how you get anywhere in business is hard work. Roll up your sleeves and make it happen. Don't rely on anybody else to do it for you. It's up to you to make sure that you can find and achieve your own future. And the best investment in your life is you. So you've got to believe in yourself and go for it. Day in the life of an electrician is a very long day. Obviously, it starts the day before. We have to make sure we have the supplies and materials that we need for the following morning. And right now, there are some different challenges that we're not used to with COVID. Manufacturers are obviously a little bit further behind in getting materials, so there's a little bit of a challenge with that. But obviously, we have to lay out the work and go out and a lot of times design the work and find the process, not only get the material, we get them into the job and go out there and meet with the customer to make sure that the customer is ultimately satisfied at the end of the day with the end result. Because we want to do a quality job, because reputation is everything, and values and morals and integrity. So any customer you have, you want to make sure that at the end of the day, they're happy and they're very happy with the result. First thing is passion. No matter what it is, you got to have passion. You got to like to do what it is. And anything with the electrical field, it intrigued me, particularly because you can't really see it, but you can see the reactions from it. So it was very intriguing to me to learn how you could take electricity and wind up being a benefit for all human beings. If you look at electricity, and I've said this before, without electricity, where would we be? This computer wouldn't work, your phones wouldn't work, the banks wouldn't work unless it was paper. And in addition to that, your heating system probably wouldn't work unless you had gas, but even the fan motor wouldn't run. Your water pumps wouldn't run. And down to your cell phones, your computers, and everything. So without electricity, we would be in the dark ages, no pun intended. So everybody always needs electricity, always will need electricity, and the trades are wide open. And if you want to be successful and have a really neat trade that really impacts the world, not only financially for you, but you do a positive thing and a greater good. It makes me feel really good sometimes when people are out of power, the elderly or things like that. Or we just hooked up a bunch of dialysis machines to help people that have health issues. And without electricity, we put them on a generator because if they need the dialysis and the power goes out and we hooked up a generator for them, that's helping people. So not only can you be financially successful, but giving back to help society and the community makes you feel wonderful. Become an electrician first starts with seeing if you have an interest in it and a passion with it. Then you obviously, I recommend obviously education. We support an apprenticeship program where you can go to school and learn the trade. And a lot of people go to college, which is all about education. But even by going to college, you get out, you may have student loans you have to pay back for many, many years. In addition to that, it doesn't mean you're even going to get a job because many people that go to college get out still can't find a job. But through the trades, and it's not in the electric trade, but most of the trades, there are apprenticeship programs, and certain contractors will support you into entering the trade, working, and learning on the job, as well as going to night school 2 to 3 times a week, depending upon your trade, and you actually earn your degree. Now, if you get a B or better, it will cost you nothing because the state will participate in half, and we'll pay the other half because we're all about education. And if our staff is better quality and educated, it's helping the company as well as giving you the opportunity to grow and become a journeyman or a master electrician. Again, knowing that even in the worst economy, there's going to be the need. When economies are good, people have extra spending money. They go out to dinner more often. They may buy or build an addition on their house. They may go buy a new car. They may buy a boat. But when economy's bad, most of those type of things either pull back or dry up. So when you're an electrical contractor or an electrician, even in a bad time, there's a need. You will always be in need. So even in a bad economy, you more than likely will be busy and still maintain through tough times. Of course, I've been through several recessions, and of course, we all been through not so long ago the Great Recession, which was painful for everyone. But we still maintained, we still stayed busy even during those times. It wasn't as strong as it could have been, but in tough times, even during this pandemic, we still stay relatively busy. So if you want to have stability, I recommend obviously the trades for all. Obviously, it's different in each area. For instance, there are different scales. In the state of Maryland, the scale is roughly on scale working jobs. It changes per county and it changes depending upon the demographic. But in Maryland, it could run on the low end, probably on the scale somewhere around $30 an hour. And it can go all the way up to almost $70 an hour. If you're looking in other areas like New York, New Jersey, things like that, you could be looking double, if not triple that in some circumstances. So you can make some serious money being an electrician, and I love it. Why wouldn't they want to work for me? Now we have fun at what we do. We're never bored. We're always working, always doing something. We have some of our own projects and things that we go after as well. We've had to learn to be busy. One thing to work for us, you wouldn't be just single, I guess, application. You wouldn't just do a residential work. We have residential department, we have commercial department, we have service department. So all those sectors that a person could come in and learn each one of those sectors, which makes them strong in the future. Because if a sector would go down, for instance, commercial, and residential may be busy. If residential goes down, commercial may be busy, but there's always service work in that. But we also do solar and wind turbine, fiber optic, and fire line. So we're very diverse, and with Royal Plus Electric, you will learn each facet of each trade, which strengthens you in the future to better educate you for anything that comes at you. You'll be better prepared. Believe in yourself. You have one life. Every day is a blessing. Every day you go through, you don't get it back. Makes the most of it, and look at every day in the beginning and say, what can I do to better myself and better society today? And try to do that and try to achieve. At the end of the day, you will win and society will win.